Breaking news out of Minneapolis. Federal agents on the move. Raids hitting Detroit and Houston simultaneously. It was 4:07 a.m.
They forced the basement door at 1427 Industrial Parkway. What they found inside defied belief. 285 kilograms.
Then the screens went black. During digital forensics, the seized servers activated a self-destruct protocol.
It was 4:07 a.m. Pre-dawn stillness shattered in 3 cities. Operation Veilbreaker was underway. Teams from ICE and the FBI converged on suspected hubs of a $50 million drug ring. In Minneapolis, agents approached 1427 Industrial Parkway. In Detroit, the 891 Gratiot Avenue warehouse stood silent. Houston's 2345 Navigation Boulevard facility near the port was already surrounded. This wasn't just another bust. It was a coordinated takedown targeting corruption at the core. The agents didn't understand what they were seeing yet. The signs pointed to something bigger than street dealers. At the Minneapolis site, the building housed Horizon Legal Aid Society, a trusted nonprofit helping immigrants navigate the system, or so the public believed. Instead, it was the nerve center. Breaching resistance came fast in Detroit. At 5:19 a.m., suspects barricaded the warehouse doors. Tactical teams deployed non-lethal measures. Weapons lowered as negotiation began. But behind the scenes, one inside source had already flipped. Lieutenant Simone Brooks of Detroit PD stood accused of feeding intel straight to the ring. Within minutes, the Minneapolis team hit pay dirt. They forced the basement door at 1427 Industrial Parkway. It was locked for a reason. What they found inside defied belief. 285 kilograms of fentanyl, cut and packaged as black ice. 94% pure, potent enough for 3.8 million lethal doses. This wasn't street level, this was industrial scale. The drug ring's street nickname hid its deadliness. Users called it black ice for the instant freeze it brought. By sunrise at 7:30 a.m., the citywide takedown montage unfolded. Bloomington's safe house raided. East Point office outside Detroit hit. A Pasadena-linked clinic in Houston swept. 6 locations total across 3 states. 412 individuals in custody by 6:42 a.m., including 28 public officials allegedly on the payroll. These Minneapolis City Councilman Reginald Tate, Houston Port Authority Inspector Victor Ramos, multiple mid-level administrators. But the real shock was still buried. Over the next 12 hours, agents combed every inch. Then came the artifact reveal. In a hidden wall safe at Horizon Legal Aid headquarters, they recovered the Veil Ledger, a physical book and encrypted drive detailing payments. $1.7 million in bribes traced, names, dates, wire transfers, and it didn't lead to low-level mules. It led straight to city halls. Crowd blockade formed by mid-morning in Minneapolis. Supporters of the nonprofit gathered outside 1427 Industrial Parkway. Chants echoed as agents loaded evidence vans. Tactical response shifted to de-escalation. Barriers went up. Loudspeakers warned of dispersal. With seconds to spare, order held. Then the screens went black. At 11:45 a.m., during digital forensics, when the seized servers activated a self-destruct protocol, an attempted cyber strike aimed at federal databases. Data streams corrupted. Special Agent Kira Novak traced it live. The attack didn't originate from the warehouse. It bounced inward to a municipal node inside Minneapolis City Hall. The cyber twist exposed the depth, not just users of the system, controllers within it. By nightfall, the totals rolled in. $50 million street value neutralized, and $12.4 million in cash and assets seized. 61 vehicles impounded, 19 properties forfeited. The 28 officials now facing federal charges according to court filings. This wasn't just about drugs. This was systemic compromise. Trusted institutions weaponized against the very communities they served. The next 72 hours brought more indictments. internal betrayal confirmed. One official's tip had been the final thread. If the ledger hadn't surfaced, if the cyber trace had failed, if the raids hit even 1 hour later, public trust would have eroded further. How deep does the rot truly go?